I did a video about my first trip to Los Angeles with my brother, which was an awesome trip. And I got a chance to visit LA again a second time on a business trip a few years ago. And I got a chance to visit some famous movie and TV locations and completely geek out, which is very unlike me. But here are some of the highlights. I visited the Happy Days house and the Brady Bunch house. This is the exterior to Patty's Pub from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The entrance to Toontown from Roger Rabbit. I was staying at the Millennium Biltmore, and one of the intersections just beside the hotel just happened to be the opening shot of Double Indemnity. I also visited the house up in the hills where Barbara Stanwyck's character lived, and that's the U.S. Bank Tower, first building destroyed in Independence Day. And if you remember the end of Michael Jackson's Thriller video, this is where the girl is chased by the zombies. This is the house she runs into. But wait, there's more! I stopped by a couple of famous staircases. These are the Music Box steps, made famous by Laurel and Hardy in their only Oscar-winning movie from 1932. And these are the steps used by the Three Stooges in An Ache in Every Steak from 1941. I stood where Laurel and Hardy and the Stooges once stood, which is awesome. But there's still more. Got a tour of the Warner Brothers backlot. Saw the facade of the City Hall building where the 1960s Batman and Robin arrive in the Batmobile. Saw the Bronson Cave in Griffith Park. That's where the 1960s Batmobile exited the Batcave. That was cool. Toured the Paramount lot. This is the facade of the building where Jerry Seinfeld tried to throw the marble rye up to George on the third floor. This is the gate off Gower Street where Tom Hagen arrived to meet the producer Waltz in The Godfather. These are called the Tom and Nicole doors, where they used forced perspective to make a shorter actor look taller. The short actor goes through the small door on the left, the tall actor goes through on the right. They splice the film together somehow, and the short actor ends up looking bigger. And this is Lucy Park, site of the old Desilu Studios. These flowers are said to have been planted by Lucille Ball herself, and they're still around today. And this is the Blue Sky tank. Whenever a water scene is needed, they take out the cars in this sunken parking lot, fill it with water, and shoot their scenes. The final scenes of Truman Show were shot here. Star Trek IV, the one with the whales, that was done here. And the parting of the Red Sea in the Ten Commandments also shot here. Easily the coolest thing that happened to us was when we visited the Hollywood sign. You need permission to go right up to the sign, and I managed to get permission from the Hollywood Sign Trust. We had a guide who was going to take us down. We used a rope to get us down to the letters. It's not a vertical drop, but it's fairly steep, so the rope is mostly for safety. Every couple minutes a tourist helicopter goes by, and about halfway down the climb, I noticed a police copter started circling. And he kept circling and getting closer and closer, and eventually he got on his loudspeakers to order us off the hill. Normally, police are informed when the Hollywood Sign Trust is taking media down to the sign, but that day, someone didn't get the message. So our guide is frantically trying to get through to the right people to tell them what's going on. In the meantime, we just stopped. We just froze, just in the middle of the climb, halfway on Mount Lee, until it was finally cleared up, and then we finally made our way down to the letters. You don't realize how big those letters are until you're standing right beside them. Getting to actually touch the Hollywood sign, that was awesome. When I finished doing the interview, the sun was going down, and the sign and the whole side of the mountain was bathed in this beautiful orange light. It was almost otherworldly, just quiet and peaceful. A truly once-in-a-lifetime experience. All right, that's it for this episode. As always, like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling.
Were you scared to let you